welcome to the MJ Kids series. Today, we bring you the full magical journey of a girl with big dreams, glowing sneakers, and a heart full of kindness. This is the story of Modern Cinderella, not your usual fairy tale. From a school dance to fashion school and all the way to a global challenge, Ella shows the world that you don't need a crown to shine. Just courage, creativity, and kindness. So, get ready for an exciting adventure filled with magical shoes, unexpected twists, and lessons that will stay in your heart. Let's step into the story of Cinderella and her GlowSteps journey.
MJ Kids Series presents The Tale of a Girl, a Dream, and a pair of magical sneakers that changed her life forever. What happens when Cinderella enters a school dance in sneakers, not glass slippers? Let's find out. Once upon a time in the bright and busy city of Metroville, there lived a kind girl named Cinderella, or Ella, as her friends called her. Ella lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters who made her do all the chores. While they shopped online and took selfies all day, Ella cleaned, cooked, and helped with homework, even though no one helped her. But Ella had a secret dream. She wanted to be a famous sneaker designer and create shoes for kids around the world. At night, after all the work was done, she would sketch designs in her notebook and imagine being on stage one day showing her creations. One day, her school announced a big spring dance and talent show. Everyone was invited. Even the mayor's son, Prince Jordan, who was a famous young basketball player, would be there. Ella was so excited, but her stepsisters laughed at her. "You don't even have anything to wear," they said, "and you're not cool enough to dance or design." That night, Ella was heartbroken. But just then, poof, her fairy godmother appeared. Not in a sparkly dress, but in a cool hoodie, neon glasses, and with a tablet in her hand. "Let's design some sneakers, shall we?" she said. With a tap on the screen, she brought Ella's sketch to life, turning an old pair of shoes into magic sneakers that glowed, bounced, and even sparkled when she danced. "But remember," the fairy godmother warned, "they'll only work until midnight. After that, they'll turn back to old shoes." On the night of the dance, Ella snuck in wearing her hoodie, jeans, and magical sneakers. The crowd laughed at first. She didn't look like the others in dresses and suits. But when she danced, wow! The lights dimmed, the beat dropped, and her sneakers lit up the floor. She flipped, twirled, and glided like magic. Everyone clapped and cheered, even Prince Jordan. He said, "That was the coolest dance I've ever seen. Who are you?" But the clock struck midnight. Ella ran, leaving behind one glowing sneaker. The next day, Prince Jordan launched a city-wide search for the girl with the magic moves and the glowing shoe. He went from school to school until he found Ella. When she put on the other sneaker, it lit up again. Prince Jordan smiled. "Forget princesses. You're a superstar designer and dancer. Want to co-create a sneaker line with me?" Ella beamed. She started her own brand called GlowSteps. Sneakers made for every kid who wants to shine in their own way. And from that day on, Ella never waited for magic. She created it. Did you love Ella's magic sneakers? Hit like if you believe in chasing your dreams and subscribe to MJ Kids series for more magical stories every week. And hey, what would your dream sneakers look like? Tell us in the comments below.
Last time on MJ Kids series, Ella turned old shoes into magical sneakers and stole the show at the school dance. But what happens when she gets invited to a real fashion school? Let's find out in part 2 of Modern Cinderella. After her big dance night surprise, Ella's glowing sneakers went viral. Everyone in Metroville was talking about the mystery girl in magic sneakers. And guess what? She wasn't just a dancer, she was a designer. Prince Jordan invited her to co-design a sneaker line called GlowSteps, shoes made for kids who love to move, shine, and feel strong. One day, Ella received a golden envelope. It was from the Royal Academy of Fashion and Tech. "You're invited to join as a special young designer," it said. It was the best school in the city. But when Ella arrived, things weren't easy. Other students had fancy supplies, expensive tablets, and famous family names. Ella had only her sketchbook, her heart, and a dream. Some students laughed at her. "You're the girl with glowing shoes? That was just lucky. You don't belong here." Ella felt like quitting, but then she remembered her motto: "You don't need a crown to build an empire." She called her fairy godmother, now her mentor, Ray, and said, "I want to start a sneaker brand for real kids, kids who dance in the rain, jump in puddles, and run free." With Ray's help, Ella launched her project, StepUP Kids, sneakers that light up with movement, weather resistant for play anywhere fun, designed by kids for kids. She organized a fashion show at her school, and this time, all kinds of kids were included. Tall, small, fast, quiet, silly, shy. Everyone was welcome to model. Prince Jordan walked the runway in basketball-themed glow shoes. Her stepsisters even showed up, this time cheering for Ella. The judges gave her a standing ovation. She earned Top Designer of the Year, and StepUp Kids went global. Now, Ella teaches design workshops in schools and reminds every child, "Your ideas are powerful. Your dreams matter. You don't need magic, just heart and hustle." Did you love seeing Ella start her own sneaker brand? Smash that like button and subscribe to MJ Kids series for part 3, where Ella takes her designs to the world. And tell us, what would your dream shoes do? Fly, glow, bounce? Comment below. She started with a dream, danced her way to fame, and launched a magical sneaker brand. But now, Ella faces her biggest test ever. Can her heart lead her to victory in the Global Sneaker Challenge? After winning hearts and launching StepUp Kids, Ella's glowing sneakers were loved in every school in Metroville. But then came a big announcement on the news. Calling all young designers, the Global Sneaker Challenge is here. Only one kid will win the Golden Shoe Trophy. Contestants from all over the world entered, from Tokyo to New York, Paris to Cape Town. Each one had their own style: tech sneakers, musical soles, even shoes that clean themselves. Ella felt excited but nervous. What if I'm not good enough outside my city? Her mentor, fairy godmother Ray, smiled. Magic doesn't come from shoes. It comes from your story. So Ella packed her sketchbook, her courage, and flew to the challenge, held on a floating stage above the clouds. Each designer had to make a sneaker that solved a real-world problem. Some made sneakers that walked on water. Others had robot voices. But Ella thought deeply. She remembered her school days, how some kids had no shoes at all. So she created GlowSteps givebacks, stylish sneakers that, charged in the sun, lit up safely at night. And for every pair sold, another pair was donated to a kid in need. The judges were amazed. Kids watching the live show cheered. Even Prince Jordan, now a junior judge, gave her a glowing score. But one competitor, Max, a rich kid with a smartwatch shoe, wasn't happy. She cheated. She used magic. But Ella stood tall. I used my heart, not a spell. The crowd clapped. Max's shoe malfunctioned. And Ella won the Golden Shoe Trophy back home. Ella didn't open a fancy store. She opened the GlowSteps lab, where kids could come and design their own shoes with recycled materials, kindness, and wild imagination. And from then on, Cinderella wasn't just a girl in glowing sneakers. She was the queen of creative kindness. What would your dream sneakers do? Comment below and let us know. And if you believe in kindness over competition, hit like and subscribe to MJ Kids series for more magical stories every week.